you cooking up in here, Chief?
Only the best damn bacon on this side of the Mississippi.
Whip me up a plate?
Sure, no problem, Johnny.
Hey Ryan, I was reading something from the CDC about red meat being linked to cancer.
Nah, Jeff. Cigarettes cause cancer. How could some harmless meat do the same thing?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Jeff. You sound kind of stupid right now.
I'm just telling you guys what I read. I just want my friends to be healthy, you know?
Well, thanks for caring about us, buddy, but I think I'll take my chances.
Jeez, I'm so hungry I could eat a cow right now. Hey Johnny, you trying to eat good tonight? I heard there's a new restaurant in town. They got mean old steaks.
Jeez, man, you read my mind. I'll meet you there at 7.
Sounds good, dog. See you there.
Wow, Ryan, I wasn't expecting this. This place is fancy.
For sure. By the way, I was looking up that shit Jeff was talking about before. I think he actually might have been right.
I just don't believe it. How could that be?
Well, I'm not really sure like how it works, but they said that eating too much red or processed meats like the bacon we ate this morning, it could greatly increase our risk for developing colorectal cancer.
You're starting to sound like a wannabe scientist. If you're second guessing that burger, feel free to toss it my way. My stomach's really not feeling too hot right now, Ryan.
You need some Pepto-Bismol? It might be from all the bacon you ate this morning.
Or from that burger you ate at dinner.
I don't know, guys. I think it's just some random indigestion.
Yeah. Whatever you say, man.
Hey, man. How you been?
Sup, Johnny? Long time no see, my boy. I've been well. How's everything on your end?
I've been a lot better, actually. I just got some news I think you should know about.
What's going on, man? Everything okay?
You around for a cup of coffee? I could brew up a pot at my house and tell you all about it.
Yeah, I'll meet you over there in a half hour.
Sounds good, buddy. I'll see you there.
What's up, man? What you want to talk about?
Well, Ryan, it's kind of serious. I don't know if you remember, all those years ago, you and Jeff were trying to warn me about eating all that red meat.
Yeah, I remember. It's supposed to increase your risk of getting some sort of cancer.
Yeah, colorectal cancer. I just got diagnosed with it.
Oh, jeez, Johnny. That's horrible. How bad is it? Are you gonna be all right?
Yeah, it's not looking too good, man. I didn't really have any symptoms or anything. The doctor just found it at one of my yearly checkups. It's kind of looking like the cancer spread to my brain and lungs.
Oh, no. I'm sorry about this, John. I don't know what to say.
Well, Ryan, I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry for not listening to you, and I wish I did some research myself. I finally learned my lesson, but now it's just too late.
These things happen, man. It's just a part of life. But I'll tell you what, we're gonna get through this together.
You may be wondering about what happened to John and how his red meat consumption influenced his eventual diagnosis of colorectal cancer. First, let's take a look at the colon and rectum and how they're supposed to function. The colon is a crucial part of your intestines that absorbs water and stores the waste products of digestion until your body is ready to get rid of them. The colon, also known as the large intestine, is a very important part of your digestive system. The colon absorbs water and stores waste products until your body is ready to get rid of them. There are 4 main sections to the colon, known as the descending colon, ascending colon, transverse colon, and sigmoid colon. The rectum is connected at the end of the colon and acts as a storage site for feces before your body eliminates them. The colon and rectum work together to process and store the waste right before they are excreted from the body. When the tissue cells along the lining of the colon or rectum start to clump together, it is known as a colorectal polyp. This is the starting point for most cases of colorectal cancer, as it is a sign that the cells are dividing improperly. Not all of these polyps necessarily lead to cancer, but adenomatous polyps are the type that is considered to be precancerous. If these polyps are not removed, then they can turn into cancerous sites. The stage of any case of colorectal cancer is based on how deep the cancer has moved into the walls of one's colon or rectum. If these cancerous cells grow into the blood vessels or lymph vessels, then the cancer has the ability to travel to distant parts of the body. 95% of colorectal cancer cases are adenocarcinomas, which start in the cells that produce the mucus that lines your colon and rectum. There are other types of cancers, such as carcinoid tumors and lymphomas, that can start in the colorectal area, but these are much less common. The risk for developing colorectal cancer is slightly higher for men than it is women, but both sexes have about a 5% chance of developing this cancer. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in men and the third in women. However, the death rate from this cancer has been steadily decreasing over the years, probably as a result of increased screening. Now, one may wonder, how is red meat related to developing this type of cancer? Many studies have found a link between red meats such as beef and pork and the development of colorectal cancer. For example, a huge European study from 2005 that tracked almost 500,000 men and women found that people who ate the most red meat were about 33% more likely to develop cancer of the colon or rectum. What's interesting is that consumption of white meat, such as chicken, did not influence this development at all. An American cohort study, also from 2005, found that individuals with the highest consumption of red meat at the beginning and end of the study had the highest risk of developing cancers of the lower colon or rectum. Also, interestingly enough, this study found that consumption of high amounts of fish and chicken had a protective effect against this cancer. The exact mechanisms that relate red meat to colorectal cancer are still a little bit unclear, but there are many potential answers. The most universally accepted explanation starts with heme, the pigment found in hemoglobin, which is the protein that makes red meat red. The breaking down of heme in our gut produces chemicals known as N-nitroso compounds. These chemicals cause damage to DNA, specifically the DNA that lines the walls of the colon, rectum, and the rest of the digestive system. As many people already know, DNA damage is what causes cells to divide out of control and eventually cause cancer.